There's never a point where you're not cleaning. I mean, that's the reason why I want to make sure that the divinity doesn't foreclose on my soul because I'm not cleaning. Foreclose meaning debt. And I want to be able to say to the divinity, I'm cleaning ceaselessly. Please do your part. What is your part? Erase, erase, erase.
I love when you tell us that cleaning is like paying off debt, you know, or depositing in this spiritual bank, you know, and it's going to come back to us.
Can you imagine being able to pay off your debt by simply saying, I love you, thank you, drinking soda water, doing the flying paper, doing any of the 80 or so cleaning tools? I mean, all you have to do is say them. You don't have to understand them. Like, you know, when I do the training in Japan, the Japanese, like the Americans, have a lot of questions. I keep saying to them, you can erase that. You can say to your questions, I love you, thank you for coming up, and have divinity erase it, because questions are looking for knowledge, and knowledge is not where you want to go. You want the wisdom that only comes from God.
What about riding one horse? When you tell us riding one horse, very important.
Well, riding one horse really comes back to yourself. Whether you're going to give yourself away to a guru or to a master or to a shaman or to a religion or to any, you really want to give yourself back to God. And Ho'oponopono is about coming back home to zero where God is. Yeah.
I understood it really clearly because, you know, talking about doing the cleaning 24 hours, you want that unihipili, you know, your subconscious mind to be able to do it automatically like it does the breathing. So the idea of the one riding the horse, I understand, is also very important for the unihipili to know what to do the next time, you know, the problem shows up in our life.
What the unihipili wants is freedom. Freedom from what? Freedom from the suffering. That's what it wants. And the only way it can be freed is divinity has to erase the suffering. And if we don't take 100% responsibility, if we think that it's him to blame and George Bush and somebody else, we'll never achieve that freedom. And so the freedom, the Ho'oponopono provides freedom and clarity of mind, a pure heart.
You always talk about clarity. Yeah. You have to, clarity is a must. Yeah. What would you say about that?
Well, I think what happened in business, the business thing, is the business says, I know what I'm doing. But look at what's happened. But if you want to run a really powerful business, you have to be clear. And to be clear means to be at zero. And it allows divinity to run the business in wisdom as opposed to running it in knowledge. I mean, I know people, for example, there's a cardiologist in Japan who was sharing, when my last visit, was sharing about the Ho'oponopono, and he said usually in September and August, his business goes down. He said for whatever reason, more and more patients are showing up, more and more. He said, I don't know what to attribute that to. He said, could it be the cleaning? I said, could be, maybe, perhaps. I have a person who is very, very successful in Hawaii, probably one of the wealthiest men in Hawaii. He knows that the cleaning is going to get him where he needs to go. So it only comes down to whether you're going to be in a partnership with God or you're going to be in a partnership with memories replaying stuff. Yeah.
I remember about the psychologist that you sometimes share with us that she was worried. She said, but I clean, I'm not going to have patients, no? And now she works less, makes more money.
Yeah, same thing with my friend Leslie. So Leslie's finding out that as she takes good care of herself through the cleaning, divinity will send to her not just any patient, but the right patient for her to look at herself. And so now my understanding is quote, more people are showing up. She sleeps better. She's not as tired like she used to. So the cleaning has really opened up for her how to be at peace, and then allowing the divinity to work on the patients and not her. Yeah.
Okay, so I know I had another question, but it's.
Maybe you could do the piece of eye prayer so we can close, huh?
Yes. I just wanted to do one more, but it's just went. So, Aliakala, thank you.
Sure.
Thank you, because this gives the opportunity, to people to know a little bit more, to have you more, close, and I'm sure, these are many of the questions that people have that would like to.
But remember, questions can be erased.
Yeah, I know what I wanted, and then we close. It's about the intellect and how you kind of define it like this, kind of. The deadly thing, the thing that really hurts,
What happens with the intellect is the intellect says, I know, and the intellect does not know. The intellect operates only on 15 out of 11 million bits of information. So for the intellect to say, I know, the whole universe just laughs. Said, what? They know? If they know, how come we have so many problems? And so the Ho'oponopono is saying, I don't know. Only God knows. I'm only here to clean up what I think I do know, and as long as I'm willing to let it go, everything else will be fine. Yeah.
Thank you, Helena.
Kamahia no me oe, kupu mahia a pānoa. Kamahia o ke I, o wāno kamahia. Kamahia no na vāo a pāo no ke ia wā a māo nālo aku. Abi aku rau I kupu mahia I oe, wapo aku rau I kupu mahia me oe. A ole, kamahia o ke ao, aka, ka u mahia wai no, kamahia o ke I.
The Peace of Fun. Peace